The PlayStation Portal is easily one of the best ways to experience your PlayStation 5 library, but are you actually playing the right games to show off that beautiful 8-inch screen? Grab your Portal, grab a coffee, get your headset on, and let's get lost in these beautiful games you need to be streaming right now. Make sure you stick around to the very end too, as the last game on this list is a total wildcard. It's completely different from the massive AAA cinematic games, so definitely stick around for that one. I'm sure you'll all love it. First up is Stellar Blade. Now, I'll be honest, I'm not a big fan of Souls-like games, but this is a fantastic easy entry point into the genre. The great thing is you can pick easier difficulty modes to just ease yourself on in and enjoy the ride. You play as Eve, who is just an absolute badass, and her acrobatic fighting style is a joy to watch. If you want a game that makes the Portal screen completely pop, this is it. The fast, flashy combat and crazy particle effects during combat light up the display like you're holding an action movie right in your hands. Getting lost in the vibrant, ruined cityscapes just feels incredible on the Portal's 8-inch screen. It's the perfect game to just fire up and then just lose yourself in the gorgeous art direction. Next up, we absolutely have to talk about Astro Bot. This is just a spectacular platformer game that is fun for absolutely everyone, of all ages, honestly. It is literally PlayStation's Super Mario now. It is really that good. Visually, it is incredibly bright and vibrant, and the saturated colours look absolutely stunning on the Portal. But what makes it so special is that it uses every single part of the Portal incredibly well, from the motion controls to the haptic feedback and the adaptive triggers. It is just a complete joy to play. If you've been sleeping on this one, seriously pick this one up right now. You will thank your future self. We genuinely need more games like this, to be honest with you, whether I'm deep into a long solo session or just squeezing in some quick chaotic fun. Astro Bot is a beautiful game that you simply must play. Also, I'm always looking for new games to test out on the Portal, so jump down in the comments right now and let me know what is the absolute best looking game that you've played on your PlayStation Portal so far. Let's see what everyone's playing. Now for something a little darker, and I'm being brave here because you know I don't like scary games that much, Resident Evil 9 Requiem. This is one of those games that feels incredibly special. After playing a bit of this, I actually couldn't stop thinking about it because it was just so intense. The visuals from Capcom's RE engine are spectacular, they're just on another level. It honestly looks like you're inside a CGI movie. What's crazy is the difference between the two playstyles in the game. In one part of the game, you play as Grace in a first-person view, which feels a lot like Resident Evil 7 Biohazard. It's super intense and creepy. But then you play as Leon in other parts of the game in third person, and it is just full-on action. He is absolutely kicking the zombies' asses. You actually feel sorry for the zombies being locked in there with Leon, not the other way around. And a quick heads up here, a lot of the games on this video list are PS5 Pro enhanced, so if you have a Pro, running it through the Portal via remote play gives you Sony's PSSR upscaling for much sharper, cleaner images, and faster frame rates, alongside full ray tracing in a lot of games, which just adds to the immersion. Now, if you are really brave, Resident Evil 9, play this in the dark and put on a good pair of headphones. I dare you. And let me know how you get on in the comments. There have actually been a few times I've almost dropped my Portal purely due to the jump scares in this game, so be warned, you need to be brave for this one. To mix things up, let's talk about racing on the Portal. Now, I'm not going to pick Gran Turismo because everyone expects that. Instead, I'm going for F125. Now, I'm a big fan of Formula 1, so I really enjoy this game, especially how easily accessible they've made it. You have multiple different difficulty and support levels, so you can easily just pick it up and play without leaning too heavily into the simulation side of things. That's if you're more of an expert, you can do that. You can just have a blast and race around the track. The visuals here are stunning and the adaptive triggers feel fantastic on the Portal. You actually feel the bumps vibrating through the controller, you know, when your car slides off the track onto the grass from the tarmac or while you're accelerating. Also, since you really just need the left stick to steer and the triggers to race, I can actually use my older launch day Portal, you know, the one with the broken right thumbstick, which is nice. So keep that in mind if you're having problems with your right thumbstick on your Portal, you can still play games like this. By the way, if you love what we do here and want to level up your support, click the join button right next to the subscribe button to become an official Renegade. You'll instantly unlock trophy style loyalty badges, exclusive channel emotes, early access to new videos, and you'll even get priority replies from me on every single comment. Click join to check it out, and let's get back to the games. Next up is probably one of the best looking games on PlayStation, end of story, and it is Horizon Forbidden West. It has been out for a while now, and it's absolutely spectacular. Playing this just makes you wish that the developers, Guerrilla Games, were working on a third entry in this franchise instead of their live action, live service Horizon game, which I'm just not interested in at all. But man, this game is absolutely beautiful. It just pops on the Portal screen. It's mind-blowing on a big TV as well, but on the Portal it is super immersive because you just get sucked right into it. Just take a moment to stop and look over the landscapes, you know, as it's absolutely beautiful. The colours are incredibly rich, the draw distance in this game is amazing, and it is a pure visual treat, as well as being a fantastic open world adventure. Stepping back into blockbuster territory here, we have God of War Ragnarok. Now, you knew this was going to be on the list. This is easily one of the best looking games of the generation, and this was a cross-generation game. This was also on PS4 and PS5, so when we get the third game in this trilogy, how good is that going to look if it's a PS5 only or a PS6 game even? Ragnarok features an absolute blockbuster story that grips you from the very beginning. The art direction across the 9 realms is just breathtaking, and it looks fantastic on the Portal. More importantly, it handles fantastically too. It is just a great game all round. You get all the immersive haptics through the controller, and visually it is an absolute showcase of what PlayStation can deliver when a studio fires on all cylinders. Good job, Santa Monica. Next up, we have to talk about Assassin's Creed Black Flag Resync. Now, this is just a recent addition. It just dropped the other week, but I had to throw this into the video. Ubisoft completely rebuilt the Caribbean from the ground up, and honestly, it looks absolutely stunning on the Portal. They added fully dynamic lighting into it. There's hardware accelerated ray tracing, so the reflections bounce naturally while you're out running around. The open sea is really where this game shines though, in my opinion. You get the gorgeous ocean water to admire, which looks so good you want to jump in for a swim. And if you're like me, I always look at video games water and go, wow, that water looks good. The water looks really good in this game, people. Now, if you played this game back in the day when it originally launched, you'll know how good it is, but if you're a newbie to the game like me, it is amazing. Honestly, check it out. Between the parkour movement, the fluid sword fighting, and just sailing the open seas and exploring this vibrant world in the palm of your hands is just an unforgettable experience. That brings us to the wild card on this list, which I mentioned earlier, and this is an incredible game. Signe, All Guns Blazing. This top-down shooter, or shmup as we like to call them, is an entirely different beast from the heavy hitters we've spoke about here, you know, the big AAA games like God of War and Horizon. This is straight up arcade fun, but the visuals and the particle effects in particular are just top notch. Even the cutscenes in this look top notch. For an indie game, it's fantastic. The explosions and the sheer on-screen chaos and intensity just make it such an intense game. It's also incredibly difficult, but a ton of fun to play. It's so great to see indie developers banging out games like this of such a high quality. It is well worth checking out if you want an absolute visual arcade feast on the Portal. In fact, if you're looking for more games that feel completely amazing in the handheld experience on the Portal, you're going to want to check out the video on screen right now where we break down the absolute best genres to play on the PlayStation Portal.